Hello? Hello. Everybody, happy Tuesday. Good morning. Hope you're keeping well. Today we're over in X-Plane 12. The latest beta 12.4. It's a beta, and we're here in an Embraer Phenom 300, this one by Aerobask. And, well, we're going to do a flight using OnAir. We have some VIP transport planned, and the excitement, looking forward to a Phenom. We know that FS Reborn, of course, are working on the Phenom 300E for Microsoft Flight Sim. So I said, sure, I forgot I had this over in X-Plane. And the Aerobask Phenom, very, very nice airplane, and I haven't flown it in ages. So we're here today to do exactly that. Hope you're keeping well. It's 6 degrees here in Tipperary. We thought it was going to be that. And, well, it's raining. But sure, listen, it's grand and dry in here. It's just lovely, you know. And, well, we'll see how we get on. How are y'all keeping? How was your day? Are you working? Are you lurking? Did you just get up out of the bed? Maybe you're going to bed. Right? I was up early. I was up late and then I went to bed early. No, English. I went to bed late, but I'm awake early. That's the shot right there, yes. And, well, it's more of the same, doing what we do. Any questions you guys might have in relation to flight simming, aviation, it could be X-Plane, even computers, will be sure to ask. That's what we do on these morning streams. It's not like it's very early. I mean, it's 11 o'clock here where I am. You know, I mean, the day is done. You know, but we'll horse into it now and see what happens. I have been enjoying OnAir. We were looking at industries there the last time round, and we'll have a quick look, see how our FBO is doing. But I'm still trying to build up all the currency, and also just get a good handle on how it's tracking my flights. I'm able to use OnAir to really track all the different stages of my flight, saying, I did that wrong, or hey, I need to do one of these. So I am enjoying it, absolutely. Do you know? So, yeah, that's kind of the stab of it here this morning. Norse Viking Gaming is here. Good morning, Norse. Hope you're well, buddy. APU Inspector with 145 streams in a row. Jesus. Good day to you, sir. Hope you're well. Crafty Tigers, good morning. 6 a.m. in Ontario, Canada, eh? Wow, what's the weather like in Ontario? Malky, good morning. Hope you're well. Abdul is in the house. Hope you're keeping very well. Good to see you, buddy. The Impossible Face. Do. Or is it do? Eamon, welcome aboard. Martel is here. Linny Poppins, 'tis yourself. Hope you're keeping well, Linny. Commander Balosh, a very good afternoon. The Impossible Face, just back from the library. Apparently, we're supposed to get rain for the entirety of February up here in Aberdeenshire. Gee, rain, you say? In Scotland? Not at all. Angry Bee, good morning. Sumner is here. Hope you're well. Creo, a very good day to you in County Mayo. What's the weather doing in Mayo? Never watched the Muppets. I did watch the Muppets. Wait. Phenomenon. Do. Phenomenon. See? Right. The brain. Right. Come on, Malky. We got there now. I love the way Malky just kind of, it's like slides across. Murph, have a look at what I'm just sliding across the table here. You should look at that, and maybe then that'll, join the dots. Right? Brilliant. Love it. We got there. We did. I'm watching a Muppet there now. Right? Linny, brilliant. We got there eventually. Yeah, very bad, isn't it? No, it's not bad here, Murph. It's cloudy, dry, and breezy. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. Once it's dry, do you know? Nothing worse when it's raining sideways, you know? Crotty is here doing the work lurk. Good to see you. Hope you're busy, but not too busy. Do you know what I'm saying? But you're very welcome in, man. What was the... over the last couple of days... well, I won't say last week, I'd be finding myself in the evening... English, Murph, you can do it. Find myself in the evening times and a little bit kind of early morning. City skylines. Right. Isn't it just one of those things that you can just park the brain, you stay there, and then you go off and you do a bit of stuff, you see? And then I get absolutely conflustered because my road networks are always shagged. And then I build airports and I feel good about things. And then I say, do you know, I want to do some flying now. Right. And tomorrow now on the news, do you know we need to check out? We need to see how they're building Forza 6. Did you see the trailers? What is going on in the world? It looks incredible. So there's always stuff going on, I suppose, outside of the world of flight simming, but I don't know, I'm always kind of driven back towards it. It's fantastic what we have now. What's available in our modern day flight sims. It's absolutely incredible. Do you know? So I'm waiting to see what else have I to do. There's hardware on the way that I'm going to be reviewing soon. There's all sorts of stuff on the way. So right, I'm going to be busy. And February is me kind of month whereby I'm busy here. But then in March, like the start of March, I'm not too bad. But then like we've FS weekend, which I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome to catch up with so many people. Plus, we're going to be hanging around with Indie Bills on air. Are going to be there. Say Intentions are going to be there. And of course, Microsoft Flight Sim are going to be there, which I'm very much looking forward to catching up with those guys. I haven't seen them in 2 years. I haven't aged. You know, it's great to be like, "Ha, Murph, you're looking as young as ever." Yeah. And you know, and then New Zealand March until like the second week of April. Then we're back, and it's all grand. And then we go to FS Expo in June. So it is absolutely flat out stuff. Do you know? 120 quid for the privilege of playing Forza Horizon 6 4 days early. But see, here's the thing, right? We played Forza Motorsport, whatever the last one was, and like that was a hot mess on release. It was a hot mess on release. So like, yeah, I wouldn't be jumping over. You know, it looks incredible. Don't get me wrong, but like, we're a bit kind of long in the tooth now. We kind of know not to expect great things on release day. You know what I'm saying? Blue sky and fluffy clouds in Shannon Bridge on my Ireland calendar. Martel, brilliant. Shannon Bridge, you say? I know it well. Shannon Harbour and Shannon Bridge. Lovely. Yeah, 120 quid. Premium Deluxe 2024 didn't cost me that much. Is it 120 quid for Forza? That's ridiculous. Just Roy is here. Good to see you, Roy. Hope you're well. I had questions for you, but I can't remember them. It's quite okay. They'll come to you eventually. The Motorsport one is still terribly bad. Horizon 5 kept up well. Yeah. Gibba was on to me to play Gran Turismo. I still haven't installed it on the PlayStation. I need to, because Gran Turismo was always great fun, you know. 60 quid for the base game. Is it on Game Pass? I imagine it's a Game Pass release. Sure, it's Microsoft. It'd have to be, you know. But we'll see what the story is. Who else came in here now this morning? Flight Sim Max is here. Good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Tritz, good to see you, man. Darfras is here. A very good afternoon from Spain. You're welcome in. Hola. Hope you're well, buddy. The yeah, I don't know, the pricing, like when it comes to this stuff, it's lively, isn't it? I mean, okay, you can get access to a platform relatively cheap, but then you need the modules, which cost money, or you know, the platform itself is very expensive, but then there's no further spending. It's weird, like it's just, there's a whole ecosystem built around it, you know what I mean? I think it's supposed to be on Game Pass. Nace, good to see you, buddy. Nace, did I see you with a screenshot of a B25? When's that coming out? Looking forward to flying one of those. Zach is a crew chief on one of those, Chunky Aviation. So he'll be able to tell us a thing or two about it, you know. Trippy is here, good morning. Roy says, okay, Murph, no worries. I was checking for the latest prices of the GPU. I just woke up because I fainted at the prices. The 5090 prices here are at 4,100 euros. What? A 5090? That's not right. Hang on a second. RTX 5090, Roy. Oh, man, you can... Oh, that's a 5080. PC specialists. Now, what's the GPU? Jesus, there's one there for 3,400. Bloody hell. What's going on in the world? There's one on AliExpress for 500 quid, but sure, you can, you know, you can see where that's going to be, right? So a 50... What? A 5090, 4,400 euros. What's going on in the world with GPUs? There's one there for 3,400. 4,948 euro. Ah, lads, that's getting ridiculous. What's so special about these 5090s? The one I have, I have a Zotac Gaming 5090. And there's one here on Amazon for 3,300 euros. Jesus. That's getting ridiculous, lads, isn't it? That's absolutely nuts. So this PC specialist gadget, how much are you now? You're 2,700 quid, but what's the graphics card? A 5070. Yeah, lads, that's like the RAM, right? Hang on, here's the one I have. Zotac Gaming GeForce. This is the one. Reflex, that's the one. Overclocked edition, 32 gigs. That's what I have. Right. That's now 4,886 quid. That's getting ridiculous now. Like, you can't even, like, that's ridiculous. $5,000 for the GPU. The RAM that's in my computer, like that's like, you could, like back in the day, you could buy that for like, I think it was 450, 460 euro, and it was dear then. Friggin' thing is like $2,000 now for the same RAM. I have 96 gigs of RAM, 2 sticks, DDR5 at like 6,000 megathreads, and it's, what is it, G-Skill? Hyper Fury Vengeance, something, right? They're getting absolutely crazy, lads. But do you know what? Do you know what it is, right? Do you know what I think? With now all the with the push now, you know, with hardware and all the tech companies buying up every last drop of hardware, right? Consumers are finding themselves absolutely shagged because, like, we're saying, well, we just really can't buy this expensive stuff, right? And a lot of the pre-built computers that are, you know, like your Harvey Normans or Currys or PC World and all this, they've been putting them prices up as well, and like that's hardware from last year. Dirt, right? But is it going to the stage, or is it getting to the stage whereby it's now going to make way more financial sense to invest in other things such as your internet connection, right? Because is it GeForce Cloud Gaming? How much is that a month, right? GeForce Now. Hang on, we'll do a quick look on this. Get it in, game on. No, shag off, leave. Jesus, Nvidia, will you stop just like, no, I don't want to press anything here. How much is it? Settings, here we go. GeForce Now, switch provider. No. Play hundreds of free-to-play, stream thousands of supported games, connect to top PC game stores, and then you get GeForce performance on any device. What's the pricing, please? Premium memberships. Here we go. So, 90 FPS, no, that's grand. DLSS 4. Yeah. Install, play. Where's the, why won't you just, here we go. Right, so, here's one. For €10.99 a month, right? You ready now? 6-hour gaming sessions, as in you can stay online for up to 6 hours at a time, okay? 1440p resolution, up to 60 FPS. It's an 8-core CPU with 28 gigs of VRAM. It just says NVIDIA RTX ray tracing. It doesn't actually say what the gadget is, right? In-game settings, persistence, meh. Ultra-wide monitor support, HDR10 and SD, or 5.1 audio. So that's $10.99 a month, right? Here's one. If you and you have access to like 4,000 games ready to play, right? There's another one then for twice the price, up to 5K resolution, 240 FPS, 8-hour gaming sessions. You have a 16-core CPU, 56 gigs of RAM, and that's obviously using DLSS, NVIDIA Reflex, all the Bijani, right? And they're using that based on on the RTX 5080. That's $21.99 a month, right? So $21.99 a month, $21.99 by 12 by 5. That's 1,319 euros for 5 years of gaming. Did I do that right? $21.99 a month by 12 months by 5 years. That's 1,320 euros. That covers you for 5 years. This has to be like the best possible solution right now. And even if you look at like the Xbox cloud gaming, which is kind of, well, right, they can't handle it right now. They're in a terrible mess, is Microsoft, right? So, is this going to be the way forward? I don't actually know. Like, yes, the challenges we have with cloud gaming is the hardware, but like this is where we need our Wing Control and Moza and all these lads to figure this crack out. You're going to have latency, of course you are, but like lads, considering, what did we say that was? 1,300 quid for 5 years, right? $21.99 for the top tier one for 12 months by 5 years. So 1,400 quid. 1,400 quid. If you were to go out right now and buy even just a graphics card, it's going to be $4,000. And is that going to last you 5 years, considering you're going to have, you know, the 60 series probably in 3 years? You know what I mean? Like, what is the world coming to? Who's in charge of these things? Jesus. Oh, let me see. What are your thoughts on it? I paid 600 quid for mine, says the Impossible Face. No way. Augie, good to see you, buddy. Is the PMDG 737-700 on PS5 now? Negative. No, not yet. Ross Cud, good to see you. When I was shopping for my new PC, the 5090 was weighing in at about 3.5k. Yeah. So glad you upgraded last year when they dropped. Yeah, nice. You were lucky, buddy. You were lucky. RAM was 600 to 800 for 64 gig. Jesus. The 9070 XT can be had for £700 if you're wanting a 5070 equivalent. Yeah. Just built a new PC. I'm being told 5090 will be in the 5k mark in a couple of weeks, says Brownie. Bloody hell. Not long and you can trade in your GPU for a new kitchen. Like, me PC is worth more than me car. Right, a car. Madness. Good point. More people will lean on the cloud gaming stuff. Lads, I think that's where it has to go. Like, who in the right mind can afford that? 4 or 5 grand just for a CPU or a GPU? CPUs are getting bought up left, right and centre as well. So you're talking, realistically, to have any sort of chance to get yourself into the kind of high-tier gaming PC solution, you won't have change of €10,000 or dollars or pounds or whatever your currency is. 10 grand. You won't have change. It's absolutely nuts. Xbox has it well too. You play NHL on cloud gaming. You have to play vanilla with those, no mods. No, you can put mods on them. Again, like, you have other options, right? The cloud gaming is aimed at gamers, but I mean, you can still rent a server and do the very same thing. Just install the hardware as you would. You know what I mean? Like, I pay 25 quid a month for a server, a VPS, right? And basically all that server does, it does our bots on Discord, it does our trucking servers, it does our JoinFS, and a few other things in the background. And it's handy, you know, I mean, and the spec is, it's all right. But the idea being is there's infrastructure there. I mean, I can dial into that when I'm away and you know what I mean? But lads, I think this is going to be the future, or at least in the interim. Like, think about it. You're going to be covered for 5 years for 1,400 quid. That's a no-brainer. Whether or not the experience can hold up to it. I remember years ago, myself and Gibbo tested all of these other gaming, cloud gaming solutions. I haven't gone near Nvidia now since they've done it all up. But like, we were able to get, at the time in 2020, we were getting about 55 to 60 FPS over New York City in like a 172, for example. And it worked very, very well. Now, granted, you're limited to a controller, right? But in terms of running the graphics and the engine and all this kind of stuff, well, you're absolutely laughing. And the reality is, lads, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it's an always-on internet connection required game or sim. It needs the internet to drive it. So if you have no internet, which you can't sim either, so you need to consider that one, right? He says, I feel like, though, if we're paying for a limited amount of time in the cloud gaming, it's like first-gen cell phones all over again. Yeah, please buy these minutes, maybe. The increase, says Roy, could have several causes. As I read on the Dutch website tweakers.net, for example, there was recent rumours that NVIDIA discontinued OPP, its price support program, and under that program, it became easier for graphic cards manufacturers to meet their suggested retail prices. I don't think it's anything Nvidia can do. I mean, they're just, you know, they control the market. They're like, okay, all these high-tech companies want to buy our stuff. Right, okay, tell them we're not making as many. That puts the price up, right? Xbox Cloud Gaming is not bad, but it still doesn't work sometimes, says Abdul. Yeah. The big issue with cloud gaming is bringing the flight sim hardware. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, and if we can get the hardware manufacturers now to just come up with a solution, don't know how, right? I couldn't tell you. All I know is we need a solution. Can we actually get hardware, server-based, that when we plug in our equipment locally, that information is sent across? We know it's possible. If you were to look at flightsim.com, the CLS 60, you know, the yoke, you know, the dude from Singapore, the yoke, they can work over a network. As in, I could be sitting here using my yoke, and, you know, Johnny Mon, if he's sitting over in his place using, and they both work together. And Moza can do this as well. Moza can replicate movements of your controls. I tested this with Zach one day. He was the pilot flying, and with the autopilot, my joystick started moving. Right? So you can do it. Do you know? If you don't mind losing stuff when the live services eventually go down, but that's another worry. You know. Yeah, 100%, Roy. You're now going to get a bank loan for a PC, never mind a car. Yeah, lads, it's nuts, isn't it? You should maybe do another video on it, Murph. It's a good topic to show people alternatives. Yeah, I think it's important. Nice. Like, lads, at that price, like, how have you a chance of actually getting top-end performance now at a price? I mean, historically, right, usually a top-of-the-range PC would usually cost you between kind of 4 and 5, maybe 5.5 grand. And that was top-end, right? That's like the fastest clock CPU, a barrel load of RAM, the greatest of GPUs, and then like an absolute barrel load of storage, very good motherboard. 5.5 grand. It's now doubled, right? And if you were to say, right, if you wanted to go out now and buy yourself a top-end PC, which we're saying is what, 10 grand? So like if we divide that by friggin' 60, that's 166 quid a month over 5 years. 166 euros a month over 5 years versus 22.99 a month over 5 years. It's a no-brainer. It's a fifth of the price. You know what I mean? Less. Right? There was a bang. Hang on, there's someone at my door. Hang on. Hello? Do you ever just hear like a random noise and you're saying to yourself, is there someone in my house? Because I'm here alone. Well, the cat's here. Could have been the cat. But anyway, where are we? We're over here. P.S. Mirandai, hello there. Hope you're well, buddy. Roy says, also the price increase for the 8 and 16 gig GPUs are not skyrocketing as fast as 32. AMD GPUs are also rising, but not that hard. No, it's grand, Roy. It's a great discussion. And like, here's the thing, 8 gig graphics cards, not worth anything to us. As flight simmers, we need more than 8 gigs, lads. And yeah, you can kind of do a bit of messing, right? You know, caching and what's this? You can do page file. You can do a bit of wizardry in the background to make your 8 gigs go a lot further. It's not great. There's other options then you can do. You can offload certain components of your flight sim experience to other devices, which can help, right? I'm still very much in science mode. You know, can I render graphics on one PC? Can I render world generation on another? It's looking at what the sim is reading, right? Can we divide the resources out there? Microsoft doesn't really allow for that. X-Plane does a little. As in, you can run you can run scenery on a server, like a 10 gig connection at home, right? 2024 cloud game failed drastically on Xbox. For me, the only stable solution, I had to download the entire game, nearly 500 gigs. Mauser, that's crazy. But like, that shouldn't be the case, because the cloud connection, I only use the cloud connection and I've never had an issue. Therefore, reading that Mauser, it's got to be your internet connection, right? I mean, there is nothing else. I mean, their servers, the data is there. And like, how many times have we lost access to Microsoft servers over the course of the last, 16 months? Not an awful lot, lads. Like, genuinely not a lot. A few, but not a lot, Murph's being haunted live on the stream, right? Stu Snape is here, but shh, he's not here. He's at work. Come on, Stu. Hope you're well, buddy. I could never afford to buy that stuff, says Tritz. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, right? GeForce now supports Thrustmaster HOTAS, says Durfras. Does it? Ooh. I have GeForce Now Premium for the paid add-ons and Xbox X for career. Interesting. And how are you getting on with it? Do you know? Wexford Hurler, top of the morning. How is she cutting? Let me see here now. So GeForce Now on your 4K TV is absolutely beautiful, but if you want to use the Thrustmaster HOTAS, you need to connect it to your laptop or a computer, and that's the quality when the TV is connected. Yeah. If you can download all the data in 2024, you are not a domestic customer. Yeah, pretty much. Dave Cleary, legend Dave. Welcome back, Dave. It's a very interesting discussion, lads, and I think as PC users, I mean, console, it makes total sense. Oh, it was me doing that. Consoles make total sense. But you're limited with console, right? You just are. As a flight sim enthusiast, you are limited on a console. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you can get access to the sim, but you're limited on the hardware, at least for now. At least for now. You know, I mean, think about it, lads. Without a shadow of a doubt, if we look at X-Plane, right? X-Plane was one of the first to do X-Plane Mobile. That was a simulator which ran off the X-Plane 11 model on your phone. Right? Now, it's not very great to play on your phone, right? Pain in the ass because it's like, jeez, I can't see anything. But then the idea then may be a tablet, right? And now you can see with Microsoft Flight Sim, well, they have it on PC, they have it on their Xbox, it's now on PlayStation. They're very, very accessible. You know what I mean? Console second tier experience. Depending on what it is you want to do, yes. But yeah, that's true. You can tweak your system a lot. On the other hand, compression techniques like implementing KTX2 files are also very promising. As an example, with the new Dallas or Mini and full traffic activated, the 4090 rendering is at 100 FPS. But yeah, Roy, 100%, but Windows aren't there yet. You know what I mean? They don't seem to be there yet and able to handle them because even the operating system freaks out with that. It's kind of mad though, isn't it, lads? So yeah, do you know what? I'll have to go down that road again and start looking at cloud gaming because I know from even our own community, there are so many people who are struggling now, be it with performance, and they're looking to say, yeah, Jez, I'd love to get a new computer now, or like, forget it. It's not going to happen. Those of you who are lucky at like, you know, Christmas time and, you know, you invested in new hardware or you got a present of new hardware, that ain't happening again anytime soon because these prices are still going up. And eventually the arse will fall out of it and they'll normalise. But I don't see that happening anytime in the next 2 or 3 months. You know what I mean? Anyway, great discussion to be had. And I'll have to add some of this cloud gaming thinkage to what we do. But I think as consumers, us as consumers, we need to rally behind the hardware developers, the Wind Controls of this world, Moza, Virpil. We need to be kind of telling these guys, lads, you know, we need to get your stuff working over network. You know what I mean? Or even maybe it's something that we need to, you know, pick up the phone and call Microsoft. Lads, you need to allow for this. How? I couldn't tell you. That's my naivety. But I just know it's a solution it's their problem to fix. Right? Do you know? What will be the new norm? Couldn't tell you. The only problem I have is that GeForce Now needs to give us access to third parties like Say Intentions, Navigraph. Navigraph works, but the likes of Say Intentions won't.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
You see, that's just the way GeForce Now is. But you've other options. Like if you were to rent a PC, right? I looked into this as well before. It doesn't have to be like the gaming thingy with GeForce, right? So if you were to rent high-end PC, right? Where is this now? PC leasing. Shadow PC gaming. Here we go. Cloud gaming, right? So you can grab, what are the prices on this fella now? For gamer or for pro? We'll go gamer. What's the price? So Shadow, now I don't know these lads. Shadow Tech, we looked at this before. Run all PC games in Windows, play on any device, anytime, no playtime limit, full mods and gaming tools, one-click performance, and they have 1 gigabyte ultra-fast bandwidth, right? So if I were to click on this to subscribe, here we go. $34.19 a month, which is best for 1440 at 120 hertz. You have 512 gigs of an SSD. It runs 99% of PC games, unlimited number of sessions, ultra-wide monitor. Now, what's the specs? So they're giving you a GPU, an RTX 2000, which is a 4060, which is fairly crap actually, right? What about their higher one? 4K gaming. So they have an RTX A4500, which is kind of your 3070 class. These are options we need to start considering, I think. I've used Shadow before I purchased a PC. Yeah. Gerald is here. Good to see you. 22 months, buddy. Gerald, thank you very much indeed, buddy. I used Shadow before I purchased the PC. Yeah, I think we used Shadow Gaming before, or Shadow Tech or something it's called. But again, that's effectively a PC for you, effectively, right? So if you had that virtual PC and you install it, or you go onto a website and now you're in there, or it's a remote desktop, whatever it is, you just need a gadget that will link your hardware and then push it through to it. Because you'll have the SIM installed, you have your say intentions, you have all the stuff installed on this remote PC. You know what I mean? So it's all about bandwidth. And like, the fact of the matter is, internet speeds are getting faster. They're just getting faster, and they can process a lot more information. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Can you do VR with Shadow? I wouldn't think so. I'd be surprised, Angry Bee. You know? What PC do I have? I have a 5090. Wexford Hurler, are you going to be flying today? I will, in a few minutes, yeah. There's a 5090 with a 9800 X3D. Like, it's a beefy machine. Absolutely. GG Machines in Ireland, they looked after the building and the provision of the machine, right? Check them out, because they've some really good deals on right now on their hardware, and they're competitively priced. Yes, they have to face the hikes from supplying GPUs as well, but like, they still have pre-made PCs there ready to rock, you know. So we'll see what happens. Wexford Hurler, thank you for your super chat. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, VR I don't think is an option with some of these remote cloud gaming solutions, but we need to look into it. I look into it for you. We'll go off and cause a bit of trouble somewhere and have an old whinge and a moan and say, lads, what in the name of Jesus is going on? Do you know what I mean? Cruddy says, I use GG for my PC purchases. They're good to deal with. They're just, especially in Ireland, we just don't have anyone kind of similar to that level of support, and like, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So yeah. Right, friends. This is our machine. Now, I'm going to bring the time of day back, because I'm trying to keep this as close to real time as possible without being in real time, right? So if I were to go real time, it's 5:39 there now at the minute. Let's see what happens here, because we're going to spec the out sunshine to start making a bit of a shape here. So we're here in the Phenom. It's a 300, right? And it's made by Aerobask. It's very nice, very pretty. And come back down here, Chief. Embraer made a number of these business jets. You might have heard of the Legacy. They were based on the 140 and 145s and so on. The Phenom, you had the 100. I think there was a 200 and a 300. Right, so we're on the ground here at DuPage here in Chicago, and we're going to be rambling over, I'm hoping, to Minneapolis, right? So with that, we're going to go over to OnAir, and we're going to have a look at some of the flights from OnAir. So we're looking for a VIP flight. We're going to browse this logistics center, and we can see that we have cargo and passenger flights. And what I'm looking for is a flight from where we are over to Minneapolis. I'd like to do that flight this morning, right? So KMSP, isn't it? Or KMSP. So if they don't have one, which is totally fine, we can go off and make our own, right? So we can just do free flight, and we're going to go to KMSP, isn't it? There we go. So that's what our flight is going to look like. Check the lighting. They changed something on the shaders. It looks very nice. Yeah, with X-Plane, there's a lot of new stuff going in. Right, let's have a look at this, though. So it's a relatively small pay for this, but we can go in and have a look. We're going to go in and fly now. And SimBrief, or import a flight from SimBrief. Aircraft type. So, what's it? A Phenom 300. Is it PH3? It may not find that now, but we'll see, right? Destination is going to be KMSP. And we're looking for the aircraft. So it's a Phenom. It's an E55. An E55, lads, right? So we're going to go to KMSP, right? And let's see what happens here. You're loading a laptop at the moment, but interested to see what's on offer as regards decent cloud gaming services. Yeah. No, I need to check it out for sure, lads. Need to check it out for sure. Okay, we're going to generate this flight. An hour and 40, it reckons it'll take us across the hill. But sure, let's have a look. Now, an hour and 40 up the road seems an awful lot. But sure, we'll see what the crack is. We might do a stop along the way. You know, just to see. Fuel on board. Let me see. We'll go 80. 8 is always a sound number to have. So our destination is going to be KMSP. We might do a stop before we get there. Captain Sickbag is here. Good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Stick the kettle on. Need to validate our flight. Yeah, that's all grand. UTC offset. We're going to keep it on live time here because, as I said, it'll get bright here now in a moment. So we're going to fly this now. Launching our aircraft tracker. Make sure your aircraft is correctly placed. All this is looked after with OnAir. They can control the date, the time, the fuel, the payload, everything. Brilliant. One click, it just does it, right? So we're going to start tracking with the aircraft. And OnAir will start doing this business for us in the background. And it's going to be tracking our flight. That's what we wanted to do here this morning, right? So that's OnAir talking to us to say, yeah, it's doing its thing. So here we are with the Embraer. So we're going to jump inside, which is all, as you can imagine, nighttime. So we do have some options here. We can pop out this guy, right? And I don't think I can make this anyway bigger. Can we? Used to be able to make these bigger. Yeah. Well, we can pop it out and then make it bigger.
Local link between your simulator and the OnAir client failed.
X-Plane is after crashing because that's what happens when you use a beta. So you just can't pop out. That was a bug in the last one. You couldn't pop out panels. Remind me, lads, let's not pop out another shagging panel, right? X-Plane crashed in the last flight. No, you're okay. Oh, right, we'll try all that again. This is great. What a start. Cloud gaming. It still would have happened. Jesus. Right, we'll get back into X-Plane. Bloody hell, Nora. Real time, track real world time, 5:43. In you go, you big Jesse, and let's see what happens now. Yeah, just remember that, lads. Don't pop out panels with the current build of X-Plane. It's shagged. Stupid thing. Also, I need to turn on me radar stuff. Connected. Now, is it connected? 0.7. Settings. Flight simulation. Yeah, we're connected. Right. So we'll let X-Plane do its thing. So we're going to do a flight over to Minneapolis. Now, we might do a stop before we get there. Kilo Alpha Lima Oscar, Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls, lads. KALO. KALO. Waterloo Regional Airport in Cedar Falls. Right? I'll show you what I'm looking at here. Give it a second to load. Now, let me see. Syncing. It's all syncing up. Right, we appear to be working here now again. We'll open the map. So this is how our route is going to look, right? So we're departing out of DuPage. We'll do a first stop over at Cedar Falls, it looks like, right? Cedar Falls. And then it's going to be up then to Minneapolis. So that's what our plan of attack is going to be. So OnAir is back connected and she's tracking, and that's all grand. Restart. Connect, do the thing with the yoke, please. And how's our audio up here looking? Audio's looking good. Okay. Right, so this is the current state of affairs. It's very much nighttime. So go back up here, and this time don't pop it out. So what we have, fuel has been set inside the aircraft. We have all our doors, so we're going to close all these. Open the GPU, so we're going to connect the ground power unit. You'll hear that spinning up outside. Okay. V-speeds, we'll go ahead and put these in shortly. Computer takeoff speeds, options for the aircraft disable, they're all okay. Sounds are all okay. Right, they're all okay. So what we need to do here is turn on our flashlight. View. Aviation flash. Ah, brilliant. Look at the state, right? So up overhead, let me see, we have internal lights. So we're going to make sure these are all on. These are going to go on, right? And then when we turn on our battery, which is down here, we're also going to activate the GPU. So battery 1, on. Battery 2, on. And GPU, on. Excellent choice. Right, we'll turn off this aviation flashlight. Now, Mauser, yeah, go over, look for Rob when you get there. In GG Machines. Sunjammer, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Okay, so our aircraft is starting to come alive here now. And yeah, Aerobask make beautiful airplanes. They always did. And this, of course, being the Embraer, a very kind of premium business jet. If you like this style of aircraft...
Pause system test. Okay.
Do know there's one of these on its way into Microsoft Flight Sim by FS Reborn. We've already seen some pictures of it already. Absolutely gorgeous, so it is, right? So, You get a full cabin modelled, including the jacks, right? We'll close that, leave the...
TCAS test. Pass.
Put down the jacks lid. You can flush the jacks, right? And another thing I love here, just like the real stuff, you have these screens that pop down and they'll show you like your altitude and your routing and all this. Pretty nice stuff, right? So in here in the business end, this is what we're looking at. So we have all our information here. Navigraph is up to date. That's all grand. We'll enter this and we can see now with our engine controls, and we got a ton of stuff with this. We can go into our systems page and we can see, right, what's happening here. This is the status of the aircraft. Batteries boat 28.5 and then we have our information over here. Fuel, we have 1936 kilograms on board, which is 80%. Our anti-ice systems and all our different temperatures and probes are here. And then we have the electrical system. So we're going to keep this page on when we go to start and configure the aircraft. All right. We have our onboard computer here when it comes to our flight plan, in which we can do all that now in a moment. Let me see here now. We'll keep our engine details over here. And let me see here now. If we were to turn off the system, we could look at our map. Terrain, NextRad, profile. There we go. We want that one on. And then we'll go back to system. Over here, that's our PFD. Over there, that's our PFD as well. So we'd be effectively going into our menu system. So the map is north up. That'll do. FMS1, that's grand. Nav1 or Nav2, that's all grand. Flight plan page. This is where we can start typing in stuff. So let me see, we're on the ground here at DuPage. Next stop over is going to be KALO. KALO. Put you across. LMNO, right? And we want to enter that. After that, then it's going to be KMSP. So K. Easy now. Easy now. KMSP. Minneapolis. There we go. So that's our flight plan now gone in, right? Yeah, with that, Murph. So 1, 2, and 3. That's our flight plan, right? That all looks good to me. Next page. There's saved flight plans if you want to grab those, but I'm happy enough with this. Procedure, we can select our departure, approach, all that sort of stuff. Activate, store, delete, collapse, delete. That's all okay as well. So the flight plan is very much grand. View this on the map. Cumulative distance, we'll go with that. And then let's have a look at the map. We want our profile. Next rad is going to be the weather if we need it. That'll do. And flight plan is now finished. And now we'll concentrate on getting the aircraft started up. Now we'll go back in here because we want to have a look at our performance. Now this, we can actually use this over here in our tablet, which will probably be easier, right? So we'll go to our V speeds. So we're going to compute our takeoff speeds. Flaps set 1, landing anti-ice. Flaps 3, that'll do. Compute, there we go. Send our takeoff speeds to our PFD, primary flight display, they're gone in. And then we have our landing stuff here as well. All right. Just reactivated my OnAir Company. Need to remember how I manage my employees. Oh, nice, nice. Mr. Fook, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. So that was our tablet. So let me see. We'll get some external lights up and running here. So we're going to go nav lights. Our panel lights are already good and bright. Emergency lights are armed. The local barrow here. So we'll actually fire up a bit of... where's Navigraph? There it is. So we're going to put in a new flight if we can. So it's going to be DuPage. So we're saying KDPA, KALO, KMSP. It's a route. Excellent choice. So that's how it's all going to be looking like when we go flying. All right. 189 miles and 144 miles. That will do us. DuPage, current situation on the ground. Longest runway, that's fine. The weather, altimeter is 3017. Can I do that now using this gear? I can. 3017. What's that in old money? We're in hectopascals. How do we change this? Menu? No. There's got to be a button for this, right? Course, barrow. PFD, altitude unit, inches of mercury. There we go. So what are we saying? 3017. And I'm able to use my wing control gear here. Look, 3017, lovely hurdling. Initial altitude we're going to set, let me see, we're at 700 odd feet. We're going to go to 7,000. And we'll climb after that. What else do we want to do? Our transponder, we'll go ahead and set an L code. Let me see, we'll go 6422. And we'll go ahead and turn that guy on now. What else do we need to see? Systems looking good, trims are looking good. Go to the electrics page when we start this machine. Our engine start stop switches are all down here. So we're going to be going for a start on this. So oxygen, push to restore. That's already good. Voice data, that's already automatic. We have some options for headphones. We have our oxygen. Battery generators, leave them off for the moment. Pneumatic auto, bleeds auto, 1 and 2, right? We've all our different tests then. Stall protection.
Stall. Stall.
Ice protection.
Stall. Stall.
Fire warning.
Stall.
See the yoke moving in for our stall? What's this next one then? This is pressurization. Annunciator panels. I like the lighting there. See all the lights? That's pretty, isn't it? Ooh. Lily, this is X-Plane 12. Zybok, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Okay, they're all good. Right, engine ignition. So it's a beautiful it's a beautiful system, as in we just turn it on and she's good to go. This is a great little machine, right? So we'll go ahead and start her up here. So we're going to say engine 1. Let me see. And we're going to be looking for the draw on our bus and all the jazz here as well when they come over, right? So let me see. Everything here is on engine ignition auto. Engine 1 coming up. And then we'll engage the starter. Ice protection, leave it off for the moment. Pressurization, ECS, leave it off at the moment. We'll turn all this gear on once we start her up. Let me see. Fuel pumps auto. Hydro pumps open. ELT is working. And pusher cutout, that's all fine. Seatbelts on. And let's go for start. So N2 is rising. We're over 10%.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
We're going to be watching ITT, and of course we're going to be watching our NG. ITT is still coming up. She peaked fairly low, like 200 odd degrees. Nothing wrong with that. Newfoundland, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well, man. Okay. Generator on the left-hand side can go ahead. GPU, we're going to... we'll start with the second engine first, sure. Now, they're intentionally quiet, but when you're outside, 'tis loud, right? 'Tis loud. So we're going to do the same now, this time on the right side for the engine. So we're going to click on the starter switch, and 2 be rising. ITT is coming up. And yeah, I think we're looking good here. So about 300 odd degrees for the ITT. That's probably too little. Hydraulic pressure is good, oxygen's good, and our accumulator, everything's looking good. Fuel is what we want. Anti-ice, we'll put on our probes here now in a moment. Buses are all doing what they need to do. We're going to now disconnect from our ground power unit. Gen 2 coming online. GPU is now disconnected, and we got 28.5 across with 15 amps on each side. Perfecto. That's our system. GPU connected. It's now disconnected. So we're going to talk to our ground crew. We're going to say, hi, Imshi Yala. Remove the ground. And camera to fuel panel. That's all fine. Our fuel is already balanced. That's all fine. So we're looking good here now. So we're going to check our ECAS. Are there any warnings? There's no warnings. And we continue on with our pressurization. ECS mode is on both. Cabin altitude, leave it on auto. Cabin fan, go ahead and bring this up a bit. Bring a bit of temperature in here as well. They have modelled the environmental stuff. Barrow is set. Flight director can be turned on. We'll use our yaw dampener after takeoff. Everything on our fuel side is looking good. Up on top now, we're going to go for taxi lights. Strobes, we'll leave them off until we get down to the active. We have this overhead light, so our panel light, cabin dim. Is there like an overhead light here? They're the lights behind us, so we'll dim the cabin a little bit. See these lights here? We'll only put them barely on, right? Just to make things look terribly nice. So, with that said, friends, here's our machine. It looks very pretty. Now, we're on the ground here at DuPage. So the weather, we were saying, winds 280 at 4, right? Winds are 280 at 4. So we'll go runway 2, I suppose, or 20. So we're going to taxi over to runway 20 right. 20 right. So before we go, quick flight control test. Full forward, full back, full left, full right. Go ahead and do our rudders. They're all looking grand here as well. Windshield heaters coming on. ADS probes auto. Inspection light on. Wing stab. Ice speed reset is off. ELT is looking good. Probes are set to auto. And then ice protection. Alright lads, I think we're looking good. Takeoff configuration. When we disengage the parking brake.
No takeoff.
Okay.
Flaps.
Ah, flaps. Lots of flaps.
Takeoff. Okay.
Alright, we're looking good. Alright, off the power, or on the power. And let's see what we can do from here, lads. So we're going to be taxiing forward. It's over to the left-hand side. And then we'll be going across runway 33. Beautiful lighting here in X-Plane, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. So we might as well light it all up here now. Strobes, taxi landing lights. We'll keep it on the taxi lights. And we're going to hang a left just here. Alrighty then. We can bring our screen brightness down as well, but like it's going to start getting bright here now very soon, do you know? So we're going to be approaching an active, but we're going to hang a right here before we cross over. So we'll continue on. DuPage. This is all default, by the way. All the scenery today is all default, lads. So we want to be spinning over to the right here. How is that going to look? We're going this way. The lights look pretty cool, don't they? The lights look awesome. Okay, taxi straight ahead. Pretty lighting. It's a gorgeous looking jet, isn't it? Hey, Dan is here. Good to see you, Dan. Dan! Dan! Alrighty, continue straight ahead. So far, so good. Passengers are nice and comfy back there. All should be well. Tower view looking down onto the aircraft. She's looking well. She's looking very well, isn't it? Alright. Now the thing with the Phenom, this thing has incredible power. As in a ridiculous amount of power. So we need to be shocking careful as we go and you know, plan our takeoff here, right? So we're going to approach the active. Approach is clear. Departure is clear. Small bit of a crosswind here, but nothing to write home about. Get ourselves lined up. Easy. Don't scrub the tires. Okay, so heading. We're going to set this to the runway heading, right? 200 degrees. And let's hold station. All right. So we're going to arm a couple of things. We're going to say heading is selected. We're going to V-speed this on takeoff. We're going to climb up here at about 2,500 feet per minute. We're just going to go up to 7,000 feet. It's pretty much a straight out climb. All right. Are we ready, friends? So power coming in. Engines stable at 40. Toga. LRM needs to come on. Look at our airspeed. It's a rocket ship. Easing out. V1. Rotate. Yupsy daisy. Positive rate of climb. Gear coming up.
Airborne time logged.
Watch your speed. Look at that. 170 knots before we even thought about it. Crazy. Flaps in. Our airspeed will want to come up. Easy now. We're on heading mode, climbing 2,500 feet a minute. Fly by. Ah, Jesus. If that didn't wake you up now, lads, you know. Okay, so far so good. Okay, right turn coming in. We're going to head all the way over to 270 degrees. Looking good. Watch your speed. Yaw dampeners on, flaps are in, and everything relatively stable right now. Man, look at those clouds here at night time. Friggin' gorgeous, right? Okay, we're looking good. Bring these screens down just a little bit. We're going to be climbing out through here now in a moment. So we're saying 7,000. We're going to go up a little bit higher now. Up the hill we'll go. We're westbound. So we're going to climb up to 14,000. Watch the speed. Easing out. That's a bit better. Okay, so nav mode, we can start a direct here now. So let me see. Flight plan, we're going to go direct to KALO. Enter, enter, hit nav. And that's now picking up the profile. There's 7,000. Some nice views of Chicago over there. Alright, speed is good. Oh man, look at the lighting here. Holy, look at that. At the moon, see how the lighting's hitting that? Isn't that incredible? That's incredible. Alright, we're coming up on 10,000. Landing lights are off. Speed is looking good. Man alive, that's very impressive. See that lighting coming in from the moon, look. That's absolutely gorgeous. And then we'll horse over this way, look. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we're over 10,000. Let's bring out our range here a bit. And what else you want to do? Barrow, we probably need to reset this guy as well. What did you say it was? 3017. Looking good. I wonder if they do the Northern Lights Auroras. I don't think so. That is what I hope you show it. Looks really good, doesn't it? I wonder if they... Yeah, I think it would look spectacular. I'm not sure if they do it though, but like, look at the lighting from the moon and how it affects the clouds, look. Isn't that absolutely incredible? And it's only where the moon is hitting it. The light scattering, like, they've friggin' nailed it, man. And like, we're under... The cloud is here in the way at the moment, but like, we're going to see this light up the ground, right? Okay, 12,000. We're saying 14. We can probably go a little bit higher now. So, up the hill. We're going to climb up to our cruising altitude of 240. And we can go flight level change with this to maintain the pitch and speed. So, flight level change, speed 252 knots. So, we'll keep it as is. It can, Roy, absolutely, yeah. I mean, like, when you see this sort of stuff, this light scattering, which is absolutely insane. This is excellent, look. And as we climb here, well, the time of day, local time, what is the local time? Local time has just gone after 6 a.m. So it's gonna get brighter here now in a little while. So we're well on our way to our first stop. OnAir is tracking our movements. And yeah, we're doing well, lads. She's coming together. So far, so good. Coming up on 16,000. Once we're at 18, we have to go standard barrow. This moon will appear now shortly, and like, I can't wait to see how much light it throws on the aircraft. There she is, look. Look at that. The state of your X-plane. That's very, very pretty, isn't it? I like, there's still a bit of a cloud there. Alright. Okay, so let's go standard. Do I have a button here for standard? 299 or 2. 299 or 2. So we're baiting across. There's no VNAV profile got in, but that's okay. Right, have a look here now. So we're cutting across nicely. Ice probes are doing what they need to do. Fuel is looking good, and our electrical system is doing exactly what it should be doing. So, yeah, man, we're good. Okay, so these screens are doubled up, which is fair enough. We'll go back one. Okay, coming up on 20,000 feet. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Look at the detail, man. That is ridiculous. Look. You want the moon? I'll tie a lasso around it. Flying for fun. Good to see you, bud. Not class looking, isn't it? Crazy. Okay, what's it like back here? Current altitude from DuPage, we're heading over to Minneapolis. We've got to stop on the way before we get there. So far so good. We're cruising well. Nothing to worry about here at all, lads. So about 30 minutes out at this speed. Now we could pick up our speed. Like, we're at 87% here at the minute. We're climbing nicely. We might add in a bit more power. We'll go ahead and bring it up to about 90%. Easy now. Right there will do us. We're going to pitch up now because we've told it flight level change. That means it's going to hold the speed as we fly, right? It's like your IAS mode. So yeah. DK Funfly, thank you very much indeed. 110. Jesus, man. Thank you very much indeed, buddy. This is looking pretty. Big Alice here. Wait a minute. How are you here and down the back of Oz Fly Simmer's plane looking after his passengers? Magic, Big Al. Magic. I thought I saw one of the Apollo moon rovers. Yeah, it's crazy detail, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic, lads. That light is terribly bright on my face. Why is that so shagging bright? Hang on. Need to fix the light. Because it's terribly bright. Yeah. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Right. Okay, we've hit our cruise. Watch our speed come up now. And the sun is doing its best to come up behind us, look. Oh, look at the sky colours there. Jesus, look at the colours. So we're doing the thing. 'Tis looking alright. 'Tis looking alright. What am I looking for here? Hang on now. No. 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 Where's the oak? Where's all my music? This'll work. Yes! We got the tunage, friends! We're doing about 470 knots over the ground. What a machine. Isn't that pretty? Is that like icing? No. thing is a rocket ship, man. The noise of the jet is only savage. Right, ease off the speed now, you muppet. Back down to something a bit more comfortable. And we'll be down now very soon. Alright, so vertical profile not worried about. Status is looking good across the board. Fuel is looking good. And electrical system, gens are running. That's what we want. What else do we have here? Trim is looking good. Engines are all fine. Ignition's all fine. Yeah, man, we're looking good. Yeah, so X-Plane's running pretty well. Avitab, we're getting like 50 FPS, but like, it's fine. Okay, landing, compute, send our landing speeds across. Got a moving map here from Navigraph. Wonder can we change this? VF4? Oh, nice. Nice! Savannah, Mount Carroll, look. Alright. It's a nice place to sit inside these Phenoms, aren't they? I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? Aerobask, they make nice airplanes. Ah, should the old tray table now, look. Ah, yes. Cup of coffee here, watching the world go by. If you don't want to see it, just close the window. Bottle of orange juice. What else do we have? The New York Times, look. '16-month 2021 calendar. Alright. What other things can we play with on this plane? Can we do it with the seats? Do you see the state of the seats, look? Gorgeous, man. Alright, we're doing alright. We're about 15 minutes out. And, well, the time of day is kind of moving beyond us because we're flying west. But once we get landed, we'll go through a few bits and we'll be planning then for our second jaunt on this. It's looking well, isn't it? I need to do, do you know what I need to start doing? I need to start planning some shared cockpit stuff with X-Plane. It does it very well. Now, this is a highly automated aircraft. I mean, that was the whole idea from Embraer. You know what I mean? And like, fairly soon we're gonna have this aircraft, the 300E. We're gonna have this in Microsoft Flight Sim from FS Reborn. I mean, it's, oh Jesus, like, it's going to be incredible. Like, where is this now? Have I got some pictures I can show you? Rel won't mind. These are pictures I was taking of this, of the 2024 version that FS Reborn are making. Because it's not just the aircraft, remember, they're also doing that whole FBO integration, which is just Jesus, like. So, like, that's from inside Microsoft Flight Sim. Isn't that nuts, lads? Including the FBO. Like, it's just... So she's the Phenom 300E. She's slightly different than this one. I think I have more pictures. I do have more pictures. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Dave, it can do group flights. I mean, you could use Join FS with X-Plane. You can also use networked mode. So if you have X-Plane, we can connect to one another and inject you into the sim, right? So yeah, the short answer is yes. It doesn't have group play that we're familiar with in Microsoft Flight Sim, but you can get your aircraft into it, either with Join FS or natively you can inject other aircraft based on their IP, you know? That's right, Roy. Yeah, you can change the logo and all that. Oh, it's absolutely class, lads. It's class. Have I another picture of it here somewhere? Like, when it comes to the business jets, we have a lot of really, really nice options now. Like, I don't know, do you guys fly the Flight FX Cessna Citation? That machine. Skynet at the moment, no, I don't think they have plans to put it into X-Plane. Great if they did. Man, look at that. Look, Jesus. That's just savage looking, isn't it? Is there a Firefly Air livery for it? For which one, Crotty? Bum 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 bada bum. So I'm using Auto Ortho, and I'm thinking this has now solved the problems I was having. Remember, I was getting like really bad performance. It turned out I'd Auto Ortho below the list of priorities. No, there's not one yet. Is there one for the Citation? I thought I saw one. Hang on. We'll go over to our website. 2024 downloads. Now, is there one for 2020? No. We need to get one in there, lads. Why not use Map Enhancer? Easier to install? Yeah. I like Auto Ortho. I'm just kind of used to it, you know? The win looks very good. It looks like the so-called bump normal maps are inverted. Yeah. You got the A350 livery? Yeah, we need to get more Firefly Air liveries. They're pretty. Right, we're going to treat this as our top and drop. So altitude, descend now down to 8,000. And we'll ease off our speed as we do it. That ITT, I'm not quite sure if that's following proper logic. No idea. So, KALO. Our first stop. Waterloo Regional Airport. Runway 30 is what she wants. 30 is what she'll get. 8,000 footer. It's huge. Local bar on the ground is 3021. Heisenberg, good to see you, buddy. 84S is here. Welcome in. You've been in DCS for a few months. What's new in Microsoft Flight Sim? Lots, man. Since Update 4, it's getting real good now. Merv, on the GTM website, the video where you're describing setting up LRM is not visible. Hey? A video setting up LRM, so that's under Firefly Air, I take it. Initial setup. A short tutorial that was used creating walk-around involved in setting up LRM. Hang on. Hold. I'm glad you told us. We'll fix it. Let me see. Diddly content. Filter. Right, so this is going to be public. So if I refresh this, brilliant! We fixed it! Hey Crotty, we did a thing. We fixed the gadget with the yoke, and all is well in the realm. Excellent. I do from time to time turn stuff off without noticing it, you know? That was the question you had, but you forgot it. Come on yourself. I just used the FSU IPC version. Malky, I'm the same. Like, it used to give us problems, right? It used to give us a lot of problems when it came to FSU IPC, right? But since 2024 came around, it's working fine. Or at least I think it's working fine. Do you know? Right, ease off our speed here another little bit. We're saying 8,000 feet. We continue to drop it down. And we're going to be into a bit of cloudy weather, right? The weather, let me see. Winds 7 knots, 010 degrees. Overcast at 7,500. Temperatures -7. It's cold. It's absolutely cold. Now, runway 30 is what we're going for, so heading is going to play a bit of a role in this. So we're going to left head 270 degrees, or 260 degrees, and we'll go into heading mode, and that'll hopefully start lining us up nicely with that runway. Altitude, we're saying 8. We can drop that down a little bit more. Drop her down to 5. Elevation of the airport, 873 feet. All right. Let's continue the drop. 2,000 feet a minute. Speed is coming down nicely. We can probably go ahead and throw on some lights here. We have our V-speeds put in for landing. We'll go flaps 2. Please put away your tray table now. Thanks very much. Oh, look at this. Go way out of town. Didn't know that existed. All right. All the individual lights, look, that's deadly. We'll dim the cabin. Man, the lighting is so good, isn't it? Jesus, the lighting is savage. All right, what's the speed doing? 230, 220, 13,000 feet. There's no speed brakes on this, isn't there? Well, there is. There's a speed brake. Also looking at the add-on linker, wondering about updating add-ons after moving them out of the community folder. Yeah, like if they're out... Oh, look at the cloud. Jesus. If you move them out of your community folder, it's going to be difficult to keep track on if an update is needed, for sure. You know? Tailspins, it's a Phenom 300 by Aerobask. She's pretty. Alright, coming in under 10,000. Lights are already on. We're going down to 5,000. Speed is looking good. We're descending at 2,500 feet a minute. Lighting is looking good. Passengers have been advised. And, well, we're going to plan a landing here now. There is an overcast layer of 7,500. That's what we're kind of over now. That's why we can't really see the ground, right? But we will in a bit. That cloud layer with the moon, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, still descending. 200 knots is fairly good.
High speed.
Don't bother with the old flap smurf. Starting to see the ground now. Tailspins, thank you very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. On air, have tweaked the payload descriptions in the logistics centre. I can transport an FBI agent from the Whittaker office. No way! That's awesome, buddy. Tailspins, we're about to do a landing into Cedar Falls, Waterloo Airport. Kilo Alpha Lima Oscar. Would the symbolic link not fill the update tool? It shouldn't do, no. It shouldn't. But the likes of Innie Bills, I would just like import your aircraft directly into the sim using the Innie Manager because it's optimized. It's very good. Alright, so we're going to horse a bit of a right turn here. Now we're saying 3-0, but we'll go 290 first. And we're going to start seeing this airport very soon. We've got 1,000 feet to go down to 5,000. We'll probably keep dropping her. Call it 3,000 on approach. And the airport will start kind of showing some lights over here somewhere. We'll see what happens. Hi from Spain. Hello from Ireland. You're very welcome in, Tailspins. Hope you're having a great day, buddy. Mrs. GPHI, inverted upside down. Good morning. Hope you're well, Mrs. You're very welcome in. I think I see lights flashing on the horizon over there. 4,500 feet, 200 knots. Our heading is okay for the moment. And we're just trying to get ourselves lined up at runway 30, which is just over here. Man, look at that look at this state though, right? The moon! Looking at that, as I can point any manager into the add-ons folder, but Parallel 42 only seemed to work. Yeah. Okay, level off here, 3,000 speed brakes. Close them off. Speed is starting to drop down. 180. 1 notch of flaps coming in. Watch the power. Right turn now. 300 degrees. Let's see what 10 degrees does for us. I don't see the runway just yet, but we'll keep an eye. Alright, watch your speed. We're about 12 miles out. Nice views. Johnny Mon, good to see you, Johnny. Hope you're well, buddy. Happy Tuesday. Well, yeah, it is Tuesday now. Welcome to Tuesday. Hope you're well, man. Alright, runway 30 approach into Waterloo. Now, looking at the facility, when we land, we want to be taxiing ideally on Charlie, and then down to the terminal. AASF. What does that mean? AASF hangar. Livingston Aviation is the FBO we're going for. Watch your speed, Murph. Easy now. We'll keep it about 130. More, actually. Keep it about 150. ICAO is Kilo Alpha Lima Oscar. American Airlines Special Freighter? Maybe. Good guess, right? Yeah, it could be. I do believe that is a runway over there. Yes. Yes, it is. Right, continue on in. As we give the fine people of Cedar Falls a morning wake-up call. I mean, it sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the one tailspins. GSX Pro uses symbolic links. It does. Sometimes it's great, sometimes not so great. Continue. Speed is good, 160. Drive it all in. We're well ahead of ourselves what we're doing. So the second leg is going to take us up to Minneapolis. Army Aviation Support Facility, most likely. Ah, okay. Cheers, Malky. To be honest, I haven't a clue. Haven't a clue. Army Aviation Support Facility. Well done, lads. I knew you'd know. Jays, look at the detail on the roads, look. The morning rush hour traffic is starting to begin. Right? You just binged it. Very good. Let me see. Crosswind of about 12 knots at the moment. Yaw dampener should be off with the L flaps out, Murph. It's looking pretty, isn't it? Gorgeous sky colours. All the cars, Jesus. That's deadly. Okay, runway dead ahead, 10 miles. Speed's alright-ish. What time zone? I have it on live time. I'm on GMT or Zulu. What I also know is that if you have AI traffic installed like CSL or Bell, you can zoom in all the way into the contrail. You can identify the aircraft and the airline. Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? I know what our VATS in flight. I need to do more X-plane on our VATS in flights. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done that in a while, so. Still going to Kalo? Yeah. That's gorgeous looking. Look at that, lads. There's a train and everything there, look. Alright, continue in. Speed is good. Briggsy, good to see you. Landmark series, yeah, we started yesterday. QC Frank, no worries, buddy. I use Bing when I'm doing non-serious search. I get Microsoft reward points. Ah, nice. How do they handle LOD and X-Plane? We don't know, but it's done very well. It's done so well. So well. All right, we're going to disengage the autopilot.
Autopilot.
We're going to hand fly it in. Can't let the plane have all the fun. Easy now. Get ourselves somewhat straightened out. Small little movements to our trim. 10 knot crosswind right now. On the glide slope. Easy now. Hey Toto, good to see you. Shh, he's not here, but really, he's not here. Good to see you, buddy. Alright, speed 160, gear. Second notch of flaps. Speed is coming down. Nine knot crosswind. Little bit there to contend with. Watch your speed. Easy. Bit of trim. Oh man, this is pretty looking. Watch our descent.
Weed 010 at 7 knots.
That's really handy. That's on air telling us the runway conditions. Hey, In a Box Man is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. We're doing some explaining.
500.
500. Easy now, Jemima. Watch the speed. Watch the rate of descent.
400.
7 knot crosswind.
$300.
Just keep ourselves pointing somewhere into it.
Too low. Flaps.
Flaps are set.
200.
Easy now. Aim for that center line.
100.
Continue. Easy now. Try not to float her. There's a
Landing
touchdown.
time logged.
Alright. There's no reverse thrust on this. Speed brake. Nice roll out. We've probably missed our turn on Charlie, which we did. We won't worry about it. We'll hang a left here onto 18. Easy now. And then we'll go down onto Bravo. Probably need a button for that speed brake. She's not bound to any axes or that. Well, we'll do a left turn over here. Get us onto Bravo. And then Bravo all the way down. All right. Mr. Polly, good afternoon. Okay, clear the runway. Taxi lights on. Flaps. Bring him in. And we'll taxi Bravo. So the FBO is going to be down here to our right-hand side. That's what we're headed for. Tailspins, what sim are you using? Are you by chance using Microsoft Flight Sim? Yeah, any builds the Uni Manager? It's great, isn't it? It's great. Black Knight, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. Alright, taxi in. So we're looking for... Livingston Aviation is the FBO. It's just down here on the right. Tailspins, yeah, I'm in X-Plane, buddy. 'tis a totally different sim. Alright. Now, if you have join FS, we can go join FS, if that will work. Easy now. Wasn't a big airport I was flying out of, and the ATIS was out of service, so I imagine it needs to be updated. It depends. I don't know, do you get an ATIS on every station? You could get AWAS. All is well this side of the keyboard. Nice, nice. I got some nice hangers here. We'll hang a left here, look. Spitfire RAF 100. Good to see you, buddy. Mr. GPHI, welcome in, man. You're considering getting FSR and chase plane. Looks like it adds a lot to the sim. So I was having a go of it yesterday, Mr. GPHI, and well, some of it is very good. Other parts of it is a bit of a nuisance. Like, some of the sounds are welcome, especially for default aircraft, and some of the head movements are decent as well. But I'll give it a proper go again on Wednesday. It's good. It is good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But, you know. All right, brakes on. Now, let's have a look here. So, we can ground. They're the static elements, so we'll worry about these in a moment. Open GPU panel. Get us the GPU. At this stage, we're going to go engines off. Transponder. Go standby.
Engine off time logged.
All right.
The
Ground
flight
power.
is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
All right, all right, all right. Passenger door. All our lights are on that we need. How do we turn on that main light? Is that a light or is that... There you go. Easy now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first stop. We can go out, stretch the out legs there now and, you know, use the evolutions over at the FBO. That was pretty. Wasn't that pretty? Did my livery change mid-flight? I think it did. Oh, do you know what I did? I pressed the shagging button, look. See the... Don't crash. Jesus, Sim, don't crash. See the way we can change our livery, click of a button. We need this in Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm just saying. Oh, to have a Coast Guard livery. Get out of town. That's awesome. Well, now that's very pretty. Right. That's what we were using. That's what we'll be keeping. So over to OnAir now, right? Ryland Flies, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in, man. Right, let's have a look here at OnAir. So our first flight is complete. Now, we're still we're still heading up the road. Let's have a look. We only got 91%. What didn't it like? Entire flight. Over speed. Yeah, we're up at like 340 knots. Do I ever fly in DCS? I do, just not an awful lot. I've never had time really to get into it. You know what I mean? Just some random stuff is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Tailspins, take it easy, buddy. You too. Alright, okay, we'll continue on with this. Okay. And we'll do dashboard. Are we still in this flight, I wonder? Yeah, so here's the next flight. So Waterloo Regional up to Minneapolis. KMSP. Apron work is in progress. Look at that. That's interesting. And we'll probably go with the fuel that we have on board. Right, we'll give OnAir a few moments now to get itself up and running. Which is no harm, lads. We can sit tight in the ground. Because, well, we wanted to get a little bit more daytime, don't we? It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Apron work in progress. That's interesting, isn't it? Ryland, thank you very much indeed. Cheers, man. Okay, so that's our first leg done. We're going to be heading up the road now to Minneapolis. Now, St. Paul's is there, but I think that's quite a small little airport. Although, it's a municipal airport. We'd probably get this in there, wouldn't we? KSGS, lads. We're going to change this. KSGS. Because it's a smaller airport and it's down by St. Paul's. So let's do a free fly from where we are. Choose a destination. So KSGS. KSGS. There we go. We'll fly it. Am I on VATSIM? No. What I could do, we can go on, we can get some say intentions in there. Okay, reset our fuel. Destination is KSGS, right? We'll go into our sim brief dispatch, and we might fire up a bit of ATC with this as well for the crack, right? So validate our fuel and payload. Now time, it's live time. We could probably go live time, right? Let me see here now. So we'll go into Phenom. The Embraer Phenom. So an E55P, that's what that is. Generate. Start tracking. And we'll get some say intentions working. Hey Crowdy, no worries at all. You kind of pick it up over the years, you know? You pick it up over the years. Okay. So that's working. We shall unload and now import from the brief. Here we go. So let's have a look at this. So we're going to be departing runway 36 direct over to the VOR, and then we fly all the way in direct into runway 34. All right, fairly straightforward. Fairly straightforward. Let's have a look. Waterloo Regional Airport. Okay. Let's tune in some ATIS.
EO contact, you have information Romeo. Waterloo Regional Airport. Information Romeo.
Romeo.
1154 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 30, 36. Wind 010 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, solid overcast at 7500 feet. Temperature
BLS, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so.
-11. Altimeter 3021.
Island Sim Pilot, good to see you, buddy.
Density
Hope you're well.
altitude -1800
People keep asking me to test
feet.
X-Plane 12. What's your
Advise
take
on
versus
initial
Flight Sim
contact, you
2024?
have
Yeah, it's
information
definitely worth
Romeo.
looking at. Like,
Waterloo Regional
I would never
Airport.
pin both sims against each other.
Romeo.
They tend to, you know, they're doing different things,
1154
right?
Zulu.
But X-Plane's getting
Arriving
very,
and
very good,
departing
man. So
runways
you'll have a
30,
great flying
36.
experience in X-Plane.
Wind
You just will.
010 at
know?
7. Visibility 10.
Do it for fun, Ryland. Do it for fun.
Sky conditions, solid overcast at 7500 feet. Temperature -7. Dew point -11. Altimeter 3021. Density altitude -1800 feet. Advise on initial contact, you
Romeo.
have information.
Information Romeo. So clearance 121.9er. 121.9er. Clearance, good morning, Firefly 235. We're a Phenom 300 over at the FBO. Information Romeo. Like to pick up our IF4 up to St. Paul's.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Stand by. Okay, so all our bag and baggage is open. So we're just going to wait for some ATCH to give us some light. It looks great, lads, doesn't it?
November 235, Waterloo ground, clear to South St. Paul. Radar vectors void, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000, expect 16,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 118.9 squawk 2371. Expect runway 36.
Roger, we are cleared to St. Paul. Radar vectors void, then is filed. Climb, maintain 4,000 feet. Expect 1,000 or 16,000 feet. 10 minutes after departure. Departure will be on 118.9er squawk 2371, and we'll expect runway 36 for Firefly 235.
November 235, readback correct.
All right. Okay, we have our clearance. So let's start prepping the aircraft. So we're going to close the baggage doors. GPU is connected, that's what we want. Close the main passenger door.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
We're looking good here. Muttley! Welcome in, buddy. 32 months, man. Thank you very much indeed. The ATC system is saying tensions. Sitting with an infection in me leg and having to have a tooth out this morning, I feel pretty meh. To realise I've been watching for 32 months puts a smile, if only on the left side of me face. Muttley, you poor old devil! And shiz. Listen, we're here with you, you know. I mean, it could be worse. You could have a face like mine. I mean, right, that would ruin it for everyone. Ryland, no, not a real pilot. Not a real pilot. Well, a real pilot. I have 6 hours flying in a now little Cessna 172 officially. I've a handful of other hours years ago when I got to fly my buddy's planes, but no, this is for fun, man. This is for fun. Right, passengers, sit down and shut up. Right, passengers have been briefed. We'll do the... And now, friends, it's going to be a startup of the engine. So we'll let our ground crew know that we're starting number 2. And let's see what happens. Lights. Yes. And we'll go for start on engine 2. Starter engaged. N2 rising. What's our ITT? ITT firing
Your flight
up.
will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
That's healthier looking. 440 is where she peaked. And engine 2 is done. We'll go engine 1, that you'd be telling them. Number 1, Spinneroonie. And start. Engine 1 spooling. We see the drop off. We see the bus shed. ITTB rising. N2 is coming up. 404 is where she peaks. That's a good start on both. Disengage our electrical power from the ground power unit, and we can disconnect the ground power unit. That looks good to me. Transponder needs a new code. So our transponder was 2371. 2371. We're looking good. And now we want to talk to ground. 1219er. Ground, Firefly 235 over at the FBO. Request taxi. Storm is here, good to see you. Welcome in. Okay, engines looking good. Temps, pressures, all looking good. Flaps.
November 235, runway 36, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 36, taxi via Alpha for Firefly 235. Alright, Alpha. Right beside us. Taxi light is on. Off the brake, flight director goes in. Our initial climb was going to be 4,000. All right, started moving. And we'll taxi via Alpha, which is over here. Oh, she's looking pretty, isn't it? Tis looking absolutely gorgeous now. Easy now. All right. Angry Bee, you've had it for a while, never got around to installing it. That's good, man. It's good. Now, we better put in our whole flight plan here because this is going to get hilarious, isn't it? So, let's... I forgot me put in my flight plan, so let us do this quickly. Let me see, flight plan. Menu. Delete flight plan. Enter. KMSP. Menu. Delete. Direct to. Clear. Remove. Alright, let's put this in manually, so where's my navigraph? Eesh. Right, bit of work to do here. So KLO runway 36 direct ALO. Right. So it's going to be A L O. After ALO, it's going to be on the airway Victor 67. Victor. Whoa. Victor. Jesus, Murph. Victor 67. Will it do an airway like that? I don't think it will. No. Right. Victor 67 up to Foyd. So Foyd, F O Y D Foyde. After Foyd, it's yes, sir. It's going to be Y E S U or after yes sir or ST or ST. Is that right? 74, yeah. After RST, it's going to be Cordy. C O or D Y. After Cordy, Doc TR D O K T or after Doctor, it's then Phobug. This is loads of fun, lads, isn't it? What was it? Folder. Phobug. F O B U. Phobug. And then after Phobug, it's FGT. FGT. And then we're into KSGS. KSGS. Huzzah! Right, that's it. Flight plan in. Altitude, we'll worry about that now in a moment. We could go into menu, let me see. Search, collapse, delete, collapse airways, invert flight plan. No, that's okay. Procedures, departure. Let's see what departures we can load. None. Right. Departure, runway. Well, go runway. Clear. Runway. Oh, no, it doesn't want that. Alright. Flight plan. That's grand. We'll go back to map. That looks good. That looks good. 4,000 set. Right. Grand. On-air change requirements for the citation. Oh no, you need a co-pilot. No way. Is this plane study level? Not really. It's highly automated as an airplane, right? There's enough going on with it, but I think the ITTs are slightly off. I could be. That's just my thinking of it, right? Flight plan is in. Procedures clear. So we'll keep the flight plan on this page. We'll zoom out here a bit.
November 235, contact tower on 125.075.
Over the tower, 12075 for Firefly 235. Da 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 da. Okay. So we're going to be direct to Foyd, so that's fine. Flight director's on, altitude is gone. Go ahead and armor GPS. Dougal McTavish, good morning to you, buddy. Hope you're well. Wick Shill, welcome in, man. Hope you're well. Tower, very good morning. Firefly 235, holding short runway 36, ready for departure.
November 235, Waterloo Tower, runway 36, wind 010 at 8, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear takeoff, runway 36, Firefly 235.
Approaching runway 36.
She's all happening now, lads. Left is clear, right is clear. We're going to fly the runway heading. They'll give us different instructions after that. Get ourselves lined up. Easy now.
On runway 36, remaining 5,800 feet.
Alright, power coming in. Engine 40%. Let's go flying. Hey, Cracker's here, good to see you. Alright, airspeed live. The needle is moving. 80 knots. V1. Rotate. Oopsie daisy. Positive rate of climb. Gear up.
Airborne time logged.
Watch your speed.
Autopilot.
Flaps in. Yeah, damper. Watch your speed.
November 235, contact departure on 118.9er.
Over to departure 1189er, Firefly 235. Departure Firefly 235, passing altitude 2,700 for 4,000. Hey, Nige B, good to see you, man. 1,000 to go.
November 235, 2335, Des Moines departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 16,000, turn left heading 350, vectors to Foyd, then on course.
Climb, maintain 160, left heading 350, vectors to Foyd for Firefly 235. Yep, the hill. 160, flight level change. What's our speed here? We'll go 220 knots. Climbing like an absolute rocket ship. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, Jesus. Climbing like a bat out of hell. Look at that. Okay, speed 220. So far so good. Weather's looking nice. Installing a new Virpil hardware. Peter, nice, buddy. Nice. Subliminal Black, welcome in, buddy.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Look at the rate of climbing. It's a rocket ship, man. 4,500. These things can do like 7,500. Ridiculous. Man, look at that view over there, look. Jesus. Right, flaps are in. Speed is good. ATC is behaving. Vectors to Foyd, then on course. Let's see what happens. There's 10,000. Lights off. We do have a vertical profile here. We probably don't need it. NextRad is on in terms of weather. That's some view, isn't it? Idle cutoff. Good to see you. We're getting the 300E in flights in 2024 by FS Reborn. They're a gorgeous plane, man. Gorgeous, gorgeous plane. Very pretty. There's our moon again. You want the moon? Isn't that savage? Okay, our last instruction was vectors to Foyd, and then continue on after that. Got 1,000 feet to go. We're going to level off here at 16,000. What's your speed now? We're going to cruise power. Oh yeah, we're just moving, man. This is awesome. Beautiful.
November 23, Fife, expect the visual runway 16 approach into South St. Paul. I'll have you descending in about 15 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
Roger, we're going to expect the visual runway 16 approach into St. Paul, and we'll expect to descend in about 15 minutes. Firefly 235. Hoorah. So we're at our cruise altitude. Ease off the power here now, and they'll have us descending now shortly. So about 300 knots, that'll do her. And, well, we're just kind of enjoying the ride here, lads. Doesn't it look absolutely gorgeous? Fabulous. Look at the sky colours. A very good morning to you guys. Hope you're keeping well. Max Stallion is here. Viper Strike, welcome in. Anti-aliasing settings? It's all default stuff, French. But it looks pretty, doesn't it? If anything, this just gets me so excited for the upcoming Phenom and Flight Sim 2024. FS Reborn, it's going to be absolutely deadly.
November 235, contact Minneapolis Center on 127.3.
Over to Minneapolis Center, 127.3, Firefly 235. All right. 127.3, 127.3. Minneapolis Center, Firefly 235, 160,000, 16,000. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? It looks pretty. Look at that,
November
man.
235, Minneapolis Center. Good morning, Floyd. Altimeter 3021.
3021, Firefly 235. Ah, Ziz is here. Asher, how are you now? Good to see you, bud. Jesus. She's loud. I'll probably turn that down a bit, but sure, listen, it'll be grand. Watch your speed. 320 knots, man. We're doing what? About 370 over the ground. We're on our way. Look at that, man. The sky colors. Beautiful. Maxim, good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday. All right. Man, look at that sunrise. Hell of a way to go. Corn Wolf, good morning. No, good afternoon. Welcome in, man. All right, we're doing okay. Man, that view. Jay's the view. Yeah, it looks like it, PS Miranda. Yeah. Just very, very pretty. The tunage is real. Right. We're going to be descending shortly, probably about 10 minutes or so. We'll stay with these guys. Speed, we'll just drop it down a bit. We're going a little bit kind of mad, you know. Hey, Clem is here. Good to see you. Didn't pop into the streams. I've been quite busy lately. Looking forward to the double Vatson flight on Thursday. Yes, you're going to you're going in the Challenger. Nice. Yeah, we're going to be back at the 7-3. Looking forward to it, man. Yeah, double hitter is going to be fun. I am liking this plane, though. This is fun. Hey, Dazza, good to see you, man. Welcome in. Hope you're all having a great day, lads. You joined us here in the Aerobask Phenom. It's a 300 version. FS Reborn are making the 300E, slightly more complex. That's a pretty plane, man. Live time and weather flying out in towards Minneapolis. We're using say intentions for ATC, and we have OnAir tracking our progress with our VIP flightage. You got the Challenger and the E-Jets. Oh, the E-Jets are so good. And there's new ones on the way. Have to love the clouds and weather and X-Plane. Yeah, Dougal, it's gorgeous, man. Actually, I'm VATSIM at the moment. Nice, man, nice. You're in the Lineage? That's a gorgeous plane, man. We flew that the last time we were in X-Plane. It's just gorgeous. I'm looking forward to, like, the Legacy and... Oh, I can't wait. X-Craft do some incredible stuff, man. Does beautiful stuff. We're a ways out. What do we got? 80 miles? We're 80 miles out. We're going to expect a descent coming up soon. Like, we can change the different liveries of the aircraft as well, right? We will put in our landing flaps. We'll go flaps 3 on this one. But yeah, we can change the livery here to whatever. It just loads in straight away. It's pretty cool, right? Quick check in on our systems. Okay, so outside air temperature is cold as bejesus. Fuel is good. Anti-ice probes are doing what they need to do. And our electrical systems are running as expected. 28.5, 28.5 and 18 amps on each gen. All our buses are working, so yeah, we're good. So we're pretty much straight to Rust now. So if we do direct Rust, clear that, clear that. So we'll go Cordy. Enter, enter. That's where Cordy is.
November 235, contact Minneapolis approach on 121.2.
Over to approach 1212, Firefly 235. Approach Firefly 235, 160, 16,000.
November 235, Minneapolis approach. Good morning, Dexter, altimeter 3031.
3031, Firefly 235. We also want to descend now shortly. And approach Firefly 235, request descend.
November 235, when you're ready, descend and maintain 13,000 feet, altimeter 3031.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, altimeter 3031, Firefly 235. Alright, down the hill we go. We'll V-speed down the hill. We'll drop 1,500 feet a minute, ease off for speed, and let's see what happens. Weather in France hasn't been the best. Oh, jeez. Rest of the setup is on order, says Daza. You got your wing control Airbus throttles. Nice, man, nice. That's awesome. Murph, if weather and ATC allow, expect a small detour into PSP on Thursday so we can use the circling approach. Ooh. Yeah? Dougal, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going with the 7.3, and then, as I was saying, like, I want to do a little bit more of the old X-Plane stuff. We just got some nice aircraft over here, you know? Dougal's dastardly approach.
November 235, descend and maintain 1,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 1,000, Firefly 235. Like, it looks... I mean, look at the clouds we have now in X-Plane. Like, it's class looking, man. That's very pretty, isn't it? Beautiful. I wonder should like I turn down the external sounds a bit. Aircraft exterior. Just a little bit. Okay, 1000. Speed is coming down nicely. Altimeter is already locked in.
November 235, descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000, Firefly 235. We'll speed up this rate of descent here as well. We'll go 2,000 feet a minute, ease off the power. Ideally, we need to approach from the north. Roger. You're still a big fan of X-Plane? Yeah, Daz. I mean, you can have some great flying experiences on this sim. You really can. Like, don't get me wrong, Microsoft Flight Sim is the sim for me, but every now and again, I really like jumping back into X-Plane. This is the beta 5 or 12.4. It's decent, man. It's running really well. So we're heading down to 8,000. Cordy is the next waypoint. You'll be sitting out Thursday, getting used to 738 before going on network. The Phoenix hasn't been behaving. I need to jump back into the Phoenix as well. Hodge is here, good to see you. So this is X-Plane and we're using Say Intentions as our ATC. Say Intentions is a subscription-based platform. You pay monthly for it, and it works with Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane. It's very good. It's awesome.
November 235, descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Turn right, heading 340 vectors for the visual runway 16 approach. Altimeter 3031.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Right heading 340. Vectors for visual runway 16 approach. Altimeter 3021. Firefly 235. 340, 3031, speed is good. We're on heading mode.
November 235, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descending now to 5,000 feet, Firefly 235. We're on the way. Watch the power. You're on your alt, Mr. Fox. Sweet, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. Yeah, Malky, it takes a bit of time to learn the machines, all right. Your control inputs have a delay of almost a second, says Angry Bee. Wow, okay. Feeling a bit low and under a dark cloud lately, but steering through it. Dazza, you don't worry about that. Just remember, you could have a face like mine, right? I mean, now you're talking all sorts of trouble, right? It's like the fella, did you hear that one? It's like your man who had a terrible affliction. You know, he kept winking, you know. And that's all he did. You know, he kept winking. He was standing at a bus stop one day, and there was a fella there. He goes, sorry, mate, you wouldn't have a lighter, would you? Oh, I have a lighter, all right, yeah. So he goes into his pockets and he starts pulling out a whole lot of condoms, loads of them, freaking rolls of condoms. Your man's like, bloody hell, what's with all them? He says, I don't know what it is, but whenever I go to the chemist and I ask them, can I have some aspirin, they keep giving me these. Ah, that was brilliant. Come on, lads, that was brilliant. Do you have any aspirin? Yeah, here's your aspirin, mate. Must admit, you do cheer me up. Ah, brilliant. Right, get down to 5,000 feet quick. Brilliant. Right, 240 on our speed. A little bit fast, but we're all right-ish. Fire the L speed brake here just to help us along. Big Al. Well, do you not like that joke, no? 220 is what he dialed in here. We're going to drop this back a smidgen. Easy now. There's 5,000 feet. Speed is coming down, and we'll probably call our speed 150. Easy now. It's the way you tell them. Brilliant. Next time you go to the pharmacy, ask them for some aspirin and keep winking while you do it. Just see what happens. Right, speed looking good. We're now at 5,000 feet. Let's see what the owl ATC can do for us. Lights are on. $40 miles out. Winking, yes, winking. I have the X-Plane demo, and on my laptop can't do flight sims, and even with the demo I lag so much. Ah, no way, man. You've X-Plane mobile as well. Perpetual Omega, good to see you. We jump in X-Plane every now and again, bud. Look at that. Jesus, look at that. Beautiful. I'm using the Apple Maps on this. Ooh, just to see what the old difference is. They're looking all right, aren't they? Not the highest of resolutions, but I mean, look at their grand. At this altitude, airliner flying or business jets, it's fine. Speed 140, right, keep up the speed. We're saying 150. Did I go for notch flaps? I did. Notch flaps. They will, Malky, they will. Okay, we're 40 miles out now. Probably a little bit early for the old flapperoonies, but then back in there. And just kind of continue on. We're at 5,000 feet though. It's looking nice, isn't it? I mean, like, would you come on out of it, Eileen? Look at the state, lads. Speed 150. Isn't that pretty? There's the sun coming up and everything. Oh, Jesus, look at that. It's behind a whole load of clouds, though. All right, keep her moving. Passengers, get ready. How are we looking back here, actually? Diddly-did-did-do, diddly-did-did-do. Oh yes, we're nearly there. That's cool though. Like, I love this. Just little gizmos and gadgets we can play with. You know what I mean? And there is a jacks back here as well, and it works. That, my friends, is a beautiful screenshot. Alright, speed looking good. We're at 5,000. We're expecting visual approach. Looks very cloudy for that, but sure, we'll give it a bash and see what happens. It's looking terribly, terribly nice. About 30 miles. Maybe less. Let me see. It's runway 16. So we're going to be coming up past it. So it'll be interesting what way they're going to do this. Our current heading is actually pretty nice. And then they'll spin us back around, so... It looks to be a little bit tight though, doesn't it? I mean... I'd prefer more of a kind of a left turn and then swing back in for 16. What's cool about this is, lads, this is where KTSP would have been a better one. Interesting. Why didn't I go to KTSP? I mean, that's a proper businessy airport at St. Paul. KSTP, we should have went there. Balls. Approach November 235 Romeo Mike. We have a request.
November 235, go ahead with your request.
We would like to divert to Kilo Sierra Tango Papa. Request a visual approach and vectors. Roy, have a good day, buddy. You take care.
November 235, maintain 5,000 feet, maintain current heading 345 vectors for the visual runway 16 approach.
No, there's no... Wait, what? Maintain 5,000, maintain current heading 345, vectors for the visual approach 16. Any chance we can divert to Kilo Sierra Tango Papa? All I could say is no. 345 he wants us on. We should be on 340. Oh yeah. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Tried turning off my autopilot, but it didn't work. Interesting. I don't think they can handle that, divert. Approach Firefly 235, request divert to Kilo Sierra Tango Papa. What auto setup am I using, Grams? I think it's like zoom level 14 with Apple. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
November 235, unable to approve diversion to KSTP. Continue current approach to KSGS runway 16.
Roger, continue current approach to Kilo Sierra Golf Sierra runway 16. Firefly 235. At least they told us, no, you're not allowed. Declare an emergency, see how it goes? They'll have a number for us to copy. What's a general emergency? 76, isn't it? It'll hardly get this, will it?
November 235, I show you're squawking 7600. I don't know if you can hear me, but we see you. Fly your flight plan. Continue trying to reestablish comms and squawk 7600 until you land. We'll keep people out of your way. Good luck, sir.
That's deadly. So you change the squawk number, they know what the story is. Approach Firefly 235, emergency on board, request landing Kilo Sierra Tango Papa. I didn't even tell them I changed the squawk. They picked it up, right? 76 was radio. Didn't they change these as well? So 77 is what we should have. Yeah, probably, Jimmy, but like, you'd have a pain in your arse working for the man, do you know? Right, we put in 77.
November 235, you're squawking 7700. What is your emergency?
We have a ill passenger on board. Request immediate landing at Kilo Sierra Tango Papa. Kilo Sierra Tango Papa. Let's see what he says now. That's cool, man. It's tracking your different squawk codes.
November 235, descend at your discretion. Cleared for immediate landing at KSTP runway 32.
Roger, descend my discretion. Emergency landing runway 32 at Kilo Sierra Tango Papa for Firefly 235. Brilliant! Brilliant!
November 235, cleared for immediate landing at KSTP runway 32.
Cleared immediate landing, runway 32, Firefly 235. Deadly! That's very good, man. Isn't that very good? I didn't even tell them. I just put in the squawk and it said, hey, are you okay? You're squawking. That's brilliant.
November 235, turn right heading 345.
Roger, 345 in the heading. Firefly 235. That'll actually lead me wrong, so I want to turn this way. Let's see what it says, right? Strap, thank you very much indeed for 30 months. Cheers, buddy. Like, this is stuff you just can't do on VATSIM, so it is a great way for practicing emergencies without the consequence of like a dot wallop. You know what I mean? The only thing is, it might forget and try and get you to your file destination. Maybe. But we can feed that back to them if needs be. On approach, Firefly 235. We're now descending for an immediate landing, runway 32 at Kilo Sierra Tango Papa. Let's see what it does. Jays, look at the visibility, man. What's your altitude? I don't think they can inject scenery into X-Plane, but like, you know, they can put in like an ambulance and fire trucks and all that. It's mad what they can do. Man, this looks awesome. Easy now. Lots of flaps. No, we don't want flaps. Yaw dampener off.
Autopilot.
Easy now. Drop the speed back. So our original destination is just over there. We're now forgetting that and heading up the road to another one, you know. Also, OnAir is going to get confused. It'll get terribly confused. Look at the state of that. Jesus. Look at that for the view. Keep her lit. Alright, bring the speed back. Oh, hang on. Is that the runway there? Balls, it is. Jesus. Right, speed, Murphy.
High speed.
You're alright.
High speed.
You're alright.
High speed.
You're alright.
High speed.
You're alright. Can't see a bloody thing now.
November 235, turn left heading 005.
Left 005 for Firefly 235. Can't see a thing. There's 005. Straighten up. Balls, where's the runway?
500.
Jesus, it's over here. Ah, we're not going to make this. We might. Its headings are off, though.
$300.
Easy.
Can I get a refund?
No, shag off. There's no refunds.
200.
Flaps are set. Easy.
100.
Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, Jesus, she's very unstable. Floaty McFloaty. Right, gently.
Landing time logged.
We're down. Jesus.
November 235, emergency vehicles are en route. Stay put.
Roger, November 235 from my mic. Nice. Emergency vehicle. Now, I don't think they can do injection into X-Plane. I'm almost certain they can't. They can do it in Flight Sim.
November 235, say again.
Roger, waiting for emergency vehicles. We want to clear the runway though. Look up here to the left. All right. And we've vacated the runway onto Alpha. We'll wait here for those emergency vehicles.
Approaching runway 14.
That's mad.
November 235, emergency vehicles are en route. Hold position on Alpha.
Roger, hold position on Alpha.
Approaching runway 13.
Well, sit tight here. I doubt they'll be able to give us I doubt they can inject traffic. I doubt it. She got on the brakes, we'll see what happens. Mark Swan, good to see you, buddy. We are holding position on Alpha. Can you send the vehicles? You can do it in flight sim. You'll see the things appear in the drive over. I don't think they do it on X-Plane. But the ATC is very good. That was awesome, man. It picked up the different squawk codes. So the first one I put in 7600 was like, hey, if you can't hear us, we can hear you. Or, you know, we can't hear you, maybe you can hear us. So, like, it was a radio comms emergency. Then I changed it to 77, and they were like, hey, what's the emergency? So it's able to pick it up straight away, even on your squawk number. I like that. Yeah, I don't think it'll inject traffic. Still kind of cool though, isn't it? Still kind of cool. She's half left, right? Murph, I'm glad you took the spillage of me cocktail so seriously. Right? Yeah, On Air isn't going to be too happy about this, but sure, listen. We'll,
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
Let's see what happens. What about Squawk 7500? I don't know what it would do, to be honest. Emergency vehicles are on site. Thank you for your help. November 235 Romeo Mike. On Air probably won't like this. They'll be like, you're at the wrong airport? And I'll be like, yes.
November 235, you're welcome. Let us know if you need further assistance.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, wasn't it? Right, landing rate wasn't bad. Oh, Jesus. Let's look at the record. So, yeah, I didn't like the landing. The G-force, it didn't seem that bad, did it? Interesting. So, we declared our emergency, and then it was like, right, up, get onto the runway. Oh, hang on, we could look at the replay. Hang on. We could look at the replay, lads. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did we just saw? Yeah. Right. Hang on. Replay mode. All right. How is this landing going to look? It's going to look terrifying. Oh, Jesus, look at this. Right. Second, this is going to look... It looks savage, doesn't it? Yes! Go on, you mad devil, you! You can do it! A wing strike. Crunch. It wasn't too shabby. Wasn't too shabby at all. Oh, here's a good view. Man, look at that. Look at the sky colours, man. Jesus. That's savage. Isn't that savage? Right, you look at a mad weird approach here, look. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That's absolutely ridiculous. An emergency landing by that guy who does things, you know, with stuff. That wasn't too bad. Hang on. Hang on. What was it like from inside the airplane, right? It's all looking fine. Brilliant. I get a good old view from here, look.
Too low.
The turn I did was just like, what?
2, 3.
I don't know.
5.
Right, from here, look.
Too low. Flaps.
Nice.
Too low.
We're in the cloud. Absolutely brilliant though, isn't it? You gotta love it, man. It's so much fun. You'd never do this, but like, you know, be grand. Be totally fine. Our touchdown is interesting. Back it up there, Vinton. That last turn though, I mean, that was absolutely friggin' nuts. The angle coming in, right? It was like, yes, we're doing the thing. Jesus though, right? Friend of all, good to see you. Northland Air, good morning. Jesus though, look. The rudder and everything is deployed. Oof. It looks deadly, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. How do we reset the used fuel on this aircraft? This particular aircraft? Good question. Let's see. Flight, exit replay, reset your fuel. You can go into here. Balance your fuel or just add it in. Is that it? Someone threw the anchor out the back door. Yeah. That's pretty cool, lads, isn't it? It's very, very good. Loads of fun. Great little machine, this. The Embraer Phenom 300 from Aerobask in X-Plane. Great bit of stuff, this, man. And as I said, if anything, it just makes you more excited to see... FS Reborn's Phenom on the way. You know? Beautiful. Right, lads, that's going to do it for this Avo. We're back this evening. We're going to be doing some Truck Sim, Euro Truck Sim 2 in Greece, Thessaloniki, and then we're heading over to Split, so it should be a bit of crack. To use fuel on the MFD. That's a good question. Fuel. I don't know. I don't actually know. I imagine you have to do it from in here. Open the fuel panel. So let's see, can we check it out from outside? Easy. Fuel quantity weighting. So she's refueling there now. $15.85. $15.86. I don't think you can reset it. Interesting. But what you can do, I mean, you can do all this manually. You know what I mean? It's very, very good. Like, that's mad, isn't it? Just received my refund for your AMD GPU. Now you need to close to double of what you paid. Oh, Jesus, really? That's shocking, man. Yeah, that is shocking. Planes is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Name an aircraft for edit. A Phenom 300.
Can I get a refund?
No, Takeoff, there's no refunds. Right, lads, that's going to call it. We did some nice flights here this morning. We took off out of DuPage, headed over to Waterloo, which is out by Cedar Falls, and then it was up here up into Minneapolis, St. Paul's. So you'll be on your best behaviour in trucking tonight. You better. What plane is it? This is the Embraer Phenom 300. The Embraer Phenom 300. Gorgeous plane. We'll be back doing some of this again soon, lads. Probably next Tuesday. I fancy a bit more X-Plane. But it's working very, very well. So, lads, thank you all so very much indeed for tuning in. We'll catch you a little bit later on in about 8 hours' time. 8? No, 6 hours' time. Yes, in 6 hours' time, we'll be back right here. So thank you all so very much indeed. Have a great day. And, yeah, see you later on. It's usually the best. It's the best way to do things. You know what I mean? Usually the best way to do things is, no matter what sort of a day you're having, just come in and just have a bit of a slag with me, you know? Oh! Oh, me knee! Oh! Oh, hang on! I'm after bashing me knee! You didn't use your indicators. Electricity must be expensive in your truck, is it? Christ! Oh no, a terrible accident! Jesus! Did you jump? Oh, I nearly passed out of the laughter. Did you just see what happened? Jesus! Into beta, reversers, flaps in. Get out of beta. Get out of the beta. Ah! That's weird. The throttle doesn't move.
Hey, good morning.
Jerry Coogan, many thanks for the follow. Hang on. We need to get out of beta. No, that's backwards, Murph. Uh-oh. Get out of... Oh, we nearly tipped it over, lads. You see it? Jesus. Why won't you get out of beta, you devil? Your controls are no longer agreeing with me. Right. What's it doing now? Not as beta. Stupid thing.